Hello, and welcome back to Fate Extra CCC. So, today starts the Caster Let's Play, where we just go through the game with Caster, basically. She is the glass cannon of the this game. She can be pretty hard to play with. So yeah, without anything else, let's go ahead and start. Let's pull out the new game file we already had here. Let's not go to the BB bonus scene, and let's just go straight to the game.
スタート確認しました。お帰りなさいませ。ようこそ。こんにちは。ウェルカム。いつものように大変長らくお待ちしておりました。マスター、ここは量子虚構世界シリアルファンタズム。略称セラフに作られた仮想空間すくみ原学園です。失礼ですが規則ですのであなたのバリューをスキャンします。ラベル編入生カテゴリー U 測定拒否権につき免除クオリティ E-確認しました。それでは表側の記録を読み込みます。申し訳ございません。記録の読み込みに失敗しました。あなたの名前が必要です。あなたの心が必要です。あなたの証が必要です。恐縮ですが、もう一度あなたのお名前と性別、契約サーバントを入力してください。
Alright. There we go, let's just go for female Hakuno. Caster doesn't have limitations on terms of SGs and whatnot, so you can just go with whoever you want. I just like Hakuno better. Female Hakuno better. Hakuno... yeah. Alright. That's an okay for me. And the nickname will just be Haku again. There we go. And this time we go for Archer, Caster. Maniac. Strong skills but physically weak. Yeah.
確認しました。お待ちしておりました。おはようございます。それでは、いってらっしゃいませ。
Yep, but like the other thing, we're just gonna go ahead and skip most non-mandatory stuff, meaning talking to NPCs that aren't mandatory for a CCC route and whatnot, and doing that. We're just gonna skip it most of the time. I'm still gonna read and go for the main event stuff, so it can at least make sense of the stuff. So yeah, let's just if you want to complete talking to everyone type of thing, look at my Saber Let's Play. Because I've done everything there. So yeah, anything else, let's go ahead and skip to the servant meeting. There's no wind this falling. Everything but my sense of direction is drifted away. Everything but my sense of self is being torn apart. Not only is my vision peeling off in globs, but so is my possessions and memories. Soon, not even my bones will remain. It looks like if nothing more I can do. In other words, it's game over. I cried out, "What the hell?" as I screamed insults at myself. That was I too rash. That I made a mistake. That was wrong. In my tremendous regret, my face was filled with tears. That too was futile, because there's no one who can save me anymore. As a moment passed or an eternity, there's nothing compared to falling through this space. It's like I'm weightless. I can no longer remember the light of day, the land I once stood on, and now 100 million light years away. My limbs have been suspended for so long they no longer move as I want them to. It could be paralysis or maybe atrophy. My eyes have forgotten light and have since lost their function. Same with my mind. It grew tired of this unchanging world, and it's gradually closing itself off. My body's like mud, and my heart is like lead. I want to lay my mind to rest already. I want to forget myself already. Worrying that I may be here forever, I want to avert my eyes and break already. But there's still something bothering me, at the edge of my consciousness. I may be in my imagination, and maybe my mind clinging to the shred of hope, hallucinating, but there's a voice that I just can't let go unheard. The voice coming from far, far away, leaving a trail of light in its wake. The voice is completely burning up, yet it accelerates faster. Look into the sky. Reach out your hand. Just say the word. Call out for. My throat and lungs burn from thousands of years of disuse. My voice still won't come out, even if I try to reach out, my fingers won't move. My mind accepts that this is just a hallucination, and once again closes the lid on itself. And yet, I hear a voice say, "Don't give up." Numerous lights pass through the darkness. Even if it's breaking apart, I can see a meteor cutting through the darkness. I know that radiance, I know that voice. My lost throat and my weakened arm fills with strength. That's right, her name is... Please come. Caster. There she is. My hands touch an outstretched arm. It feels real. The sensation of endlessly falling is gone. All that remains in front of me is my dear old... Let I grumble about how I always have to deal with this. I don't know what she's talking. I do know that she's taking this seriously. That said, no one is better at ruining the moment than this servant here. But I do have some comments I like to make. I'll let it slide this time. With her pink hair and fox ears and fox tail, this is the servant of the Magus, Caster. The person I have forgotten up until now, who I couldn't completely forget even in the Garden of Oblivion, who swore to fight alongside me, Hakon Kishinami's servant. This servant might not be able to read the room, but she came to this eternally extending darkness to save me, despite this burning at her to do so. No one believes in Hakon Kishinami more than her, my irreplaceable friend.
もしかしてご主人様、肝心要の記憶が戻っていない？そんな、よ、玉も悲しいです。ご主人様ったら獣のように私の大事なところをあんなにもふもふしてくださったのに。
I might not know where I am right now and why, but I don't know the extent of what I forgot, but my soul is crying that I did not do such a thing. I'm afraid your claim bears no truth.
土壇場を利用して既成事実を作るのは失敗したか。
Caster.
それはそれ。おいおい。
You're such a fun character.
ではご主人様、お手を拝借。こんなしみったれた空間からはさっさとおいとまいたしましょう。
Let's. Caster grips my hand tightly. A single flush of warm blood rekindles my frozen body. My slumbering mind is now fully awakened.
はい。解毒は滞りなく済んだようです。今度こそ安心してお目覚めください。ご主人様の体を犯していた呪いはこの私と3年浄化いたしました。でも無事で本当によかった。上に戻ったらまた元気な顔を見せてくださいね、マスター。
Caster's words greatly fade from my consciousness. So does the dazzling sea of stars, and so does the sight of Caster. In the end, the only thing I was sure of was the sensation of these fingers I touched. Even if everything else faded, my feelings would remain. And again, let's save our progress. Chapter 1, Backyard of Eden, Subordination Garden.
女の話をしよう。目覚めた時から女は病理につながれていた。重い鎖はまんべんなく、つま先から頭までミイラのごとき死に化粧。自由がないと余人は哀れむ。自由はないと彼女は喜ぶ。鉄のドレスは難攻不落。城門開いたその奥にあるのは乙女か魔性の罠か。他人の秘密は蜜の味というが、さて。
Yep, let's skip this to meet our servant. Wooden desks, granite floor, and retro window frames. I'm stuck in this strange sense of nostalgia. This is the year 2030. I wouldn't be able to find a place like this old-timey school building here back on Earth. At the time of recording, 2030 is 4 years away. That's crazy to think about.
お待ちしておりましたご主人様。深呼吸をした後、期待に胸を膨らませて振り向いてくださいまし。
Behind me is a voice I've heard before. This unique tone, a mixture of bewitching femininity and cheerfulness, belongs to Caster. It's only been several minutes since we were reunited through the fall through that starry sky. Well, for me, that reunion was just a moment ago, but for all I know, it could have been hours for her. My memory's still hazy, so I can't really recall all the things Caster and I did together through the Holy Grail War. Still, getting to meet again makes me happy. I say good morning in response, then... Cool hat.
どうですかこの新コスチューム。
I'll say the hat is very cute.
胸元はあけすけに、けれど守りは大胆に。過激、低粛、しかして妖艶。
Cast? I don't know about that.
フォックス系良妻サーバント、ファンキッシュキャスター、華麗に申請でございます。さあご主人様、感想プリーズ。なぜそこで黙るんですか？
Huh? Damn, my head went blank for the shock. Caster, what's with the getup?
はい、可愛らしゅうございましょう。こちらに落ちた後、目が覚めたらこの衣装になっておりました。
I do think this is the most revealing one of the four.
システム変更とやらの影響カット。私が見たところ、サーバント用の高速具です。
Or at least the most provocative. Restraints, sure. That sort of does look like that, but there's one part that's a bit overexposed.
わかります？実はちょっときついです。胸元とか特にご覧になられますか？ご主人様。
We're both women, so what is she talking about? Hakano, please don't play dumb. You know what you are. I'm not sure. I'm not only in shock. Caster's allure makes me feel lightheaded. The unremovable clothes, the bondage fashion, the frilly frill sleeves, while feminine, it all conceals an irresistible charm.
熱い視線ありがとうございます。それではもう一度気を取り直して。どうですか、マスター？あなたのサーバントは可愛らしいですか？
Very cute. Let me see. It's revealing, but it suits you.
ありがとうございます。最初はどうかと思ったのですが、私このように何を着ても似合う
You
女。
sure are.
この攻撃的なデザインも可愛く着こなせると胸を、いえ、耳を張ったのです。何はともあれ、可愛いと褒められて嬉しくない女性はおりません。
Yeah.
このキャスター、ご主人様の真心にお応えして今まで以上にお力になってみせましょう。
Let's take a look at the other options. Is this really okay for a shrine maiden?
巫女としていいのかですか？
いや
別に可愛ければ何でもいいと申しますが、まもなんちゃって
Yeah, you are. You really aren't a proper shrine maiden anyway, so... This servant just let something outrageous slip out. This caster even realized she probably just threw her whole foundation out the window.
いいのです。着物、袴、和風の趣がなければ巫女ではないという連中がまだまだぬるいのです。他の女の場合、巫女服と私でございましょう。私の場合、巫女、すなわち私と
Yeah,
申
but
し
you're
ま
kind
しょ
of cheating. When you're literally the god people worship.
この私そのものが巫女なのです。巫女が着るから巫女服、水着であれ巫女服。ええ、何の不思議もありません。
Logic is absurd, yet having it asserted to me now, I strangely feel like coming around to it. Could this also be one of caster's magic or spells?
失礼な、魅力と言ってくださいまし。ご主人様は女心が分かっておりません。こういう時は褒めるか微笑むか抱きしめて接吻するかの3択なんです。ともあれ、私はしばらくこの衣装ですから、もしお気に召さないようでしたら着替えを用意してくださいまし。
I think it's in chapter 2, part 3, something like that. It's gonna take a little bit of a while. Then again, the first chapter is kind of short, so... Anyways, what's that cord supposed to be? What's the purpose of that cord? In the first place, what the heck is it?
これでございますか？帯のようなもの？
A sash, that. Even if it was unfastened, it slipped off.
いきますよ。腰のあたりからと胸元からさらりと悪大官ごっこいたします。
Oh, it probably means the constraints, the yellow parts of the outfit. Luckily, I don't know what kind of evil magic it involves, but it must be something alright. But it must be something alright. Anyways, a sash, huh? The more I look at it, the more the way it's wrapped seems unusual. Maybe it has a deep meaning in the terms of sorcery.
嫌ですよ、ご主人様。これはただの吉行。
Yeah, you would know what it's called and everything.
何でもございません。私もこれが何なのやらさっぱりです。
It's just fetish gear, my guy. You don't need to hide it.
いいではございませんか。たまには西洋風の服装も。それともご主人様的には色が気になるんですか？ほら、今まで青でしたから。
I will say, the black does suit you.
黒は似合わない。
Black and pink do have a nice contrast. Now I'm well accustomed to it. Caster has always had a black heart.
何かおっしゃいました？
I'll shake my head now. I was too close. Caster specialized in sorcery is alert to sarcasm and backbiting. What? That's just me remembering something trivial.
ともあれ、私はご主人様の忠実なサーバント。主がお望みになるのでしたら、どのような姿にもなりましょう。
Surprisingly, she has the most modest of clothes compared to all the other servants.
もちろん、衣装代はそちら持ちで。可愛い服以外は消し済みにしますので、そちらの方もご注意のほどを。
Caster smiles brightly. Geez, despite the situation we're in, I'm a little relieved. But in instance, no matter where she is, she faithfully considers me as her master. This unmistakably Caster, a reliable servant. I may have forgotten many things, but I get the feeling that we can endure any fear or anxiety as long as she fights by my side. She'll clear away any anxiety or dread for me, I'm sure.
それでは気を取り直して参りましょう。まずは生徒会室ですね。さくらさんの話によると、ご主人様より早く目覚めているマスターがいるそうですよ。
Think about it. Yeah, since Gal's room is on the second floor, so they say. Let's head over there quickly. Yep, let's just skip the scene. We don't really need the exposition anymore. Oh yes, if you'd like, please take this. It's not much, but just some supplies. The labyrinth is an unknown area. Please be very careful. So yeah, we've talked about exploring the labyrinth, not something. Oh, we don't have the festival active yet, so yeah. Talked about exploring the labyrinth. Let's go. Caster has nothing new in there, and Kotomini still isn't here. Hey, Sakura. Yeah. As soon as I leave the school building, Sakura stops me to talk. Maybe she wants to see me off.
気をつけてください。迷宮の中は彼女の領域です。もし出会ってしまったら、絶対に逆らったりしないように。
Her? Judging by the manner of speaking, her must refer to the labyrinth's ruler. Not the cause of the dilemma, it sounds like. Maybe Sakura knows what the enemy is.
そうですね。私が言えることじゃありませんでした。危なくなったらすぐに帰ってきてください。あらら、消えちゃった。学校の外でデータを物質化するにはまだ量子容量が足りないみたいですね。まあ歯切れが悪いのはそれだけじゃないでしょうけど、あの人ムーンセル側の上級 AI ですから。ムーンセルはシステムの維持が最優先。本来ならマスターを助けるよりシステムの復興に力を使うはずなんですけど、ここは月の裏側だし、 AI の原則から外れても即処罰ということはありませんしね。それに秘密は秘密のままの方が美味しいですし、今は桜迷宮とやらに急ぎましょうか。
Indeed, let's go. Sure, Caster's right. Sakura's words concern me, but our first priority right now is to investigate the Sakura Labyrinth. An unknown arena constructed by the far side of the moon is really something waiting for us, I mean. Actually, let me take a look, see if we have... yep, of course we don't have. Let's just grab our usual stuff, meaning the Third Strike and the Voice Red Mystic Code. There we go. It's always good to over-level Caster. She's definitely very low health. There it is. Floor 1, escape from the new moon. I sense myself descending into the abyss. After the feeling of drowsy intoxication wears off, we find ourselves in a strange place. Our first sight is that of the setting sun against the horizon. A towering castle spires all around us. I can't sense the ground. A perfect stands out before us like a strung thread. The smell of iron blended with the breeze as if staining this sublime scenery is inconcealable scent of blood.
Stop!
Signal confirmed. Can you hear me, Hakuno? This is the student council room. Currently our resources are set to prioritize safeguarding the digital shell, Hakuno. Though we call it the arena, is there there is the far side of the moon, a null realm formed out of imaginary numbers. By measuring every number composes you, we're preventing the collapse of your significance, Hakuno. The transmission from Leo is all clear. One about number measurement, collapse of significance means that so long as they're monitoring me from the student council room, my position won't be lost. Yes, to make a simple comparison, we're underwater. Please think of us as giving you oxygen to breathe, Kishinami. The monitoring tests are both excellent. Though we can't scan the Sakura Labyrinth, we can substitute you with as a monitoring device to survey the surroundings. Labyrinth is the structure of an arena. What are these biosigns? Biosigns readings all across the labyrinth. Biosigns. Basically, there are humans in the labyrinth who entered before us. No, since the gate was only just built, no life forms should be inside the labyrinth. If they are, then that means
まさか
they're inside the sacral labyrinth from the start, or perhaps they're victims who couldn't escape the old school building. It's likely, I think. But now, so strange. Despite how large these biosigns are, I can't read any ID. I'm sorry, currently these biosigns are unknown. Just tell me, can you use your map? You can read the surroundings as well as the things, like enemy readings in the area. That said, all we can do is fix the camera in your monitor situation. Please make every precaution if things become dangerous. Please return at once. As Sako says, we're meeting the staircase between your current location and the school building right now. If you experience any peril, head back now then. Please explore the arena. Huh? Scott's just wondering how big it would be. This is it? I was scared for nothing. And basic action should be quick work of this place. Okay, darling, let's embark on our tour of our tasteless castle. Gaster boldly gazes over the arena without a shred of fear. What's with this uneasiness I feel? Compared to me who can hardly tell the left from right, Gaster's composed. The first item was an unknown space to Gaster too. Maybe she can be relaxed despite this because she puts absolute trust in my instructions? My anxiety amounts. Sure, I understand Gaster and I are in the same boat. I feel the same way too. However, I can't find any of those memories, those experiences. It's pathetic for me to remember that we did in the Holy Grail War. Did Nakashi Shinami truly handle these battles with such so much trust placed in her? Darling, that musclehead berserker isn't here. Fear not. I get the feeling that we'll be fine as long as we don't screw up. Gaster urges me forward. Yep, this is for me to no hesitation. I'm anxious as to if I'll live up to the trust she puts in me, but right now I need to clear this arena. And off we go. First enemy right off the bat.
Stop.
Oh, it's an enemy program, isn't it? How can you remember how to fight? It's okay, I think I got it. Yep.
Perfect.
Impressive. Well then, let's commence with the extermination. At this point, I think we know every single move of this guy, so let's just quickly do this thing. As you can see, Gaster is really weak. There we go. Huh? Gaster's acting strange. After defeating the hustle program so gallantly, all I see is a hook at the feet. Look at the feet.
私、一生の不覚です。よもや、またも1尾以下の神格になり果てるとは。私とご主人様の愛の証。ちまちま貢いでもらったスキル経験値が初期値に戻っているのです。よよよ、すべてはこの高速具の働きなのかな。半分はこの高速具、もう半分は他のドレイン系な気もします。
My servant told me as expected, but I wasn't that surprised. Because I'm in a similar position, Gaster's skills are gone and my memory is hazy. The one could say we're pretty similar in that regard.
本当ですか？僕のガウェインは至って正常ですか？
Yeah, he doesn't have the fetish gear on.
レオ、工具について質問を。スキルはともかく、工具は健在か？
Noble Phantasm, Servant's Trump card, the proof that one is a heroic spirit which reveals one's true name. All servants have a legend representing their origins, which they can treat as a weapon. If they are a famous fencer, they wield the secret sword technique. If they're a heroic spirit of mythology, they wield the miracles spoken in their legend. Gaster's no exception to that. If I recall correctly, Gaster's Noble Phantasm...
はい、見事に封印されています。これはシステム側のロックですね。この高速具とは別の問題です。まあ、私の宝具はユーザーが選ぶ使えない宝具ナンバー1ですから別に言いたくないですけど。
困りましたね。その服を着せられている限りサーバントは初期値のままなのでしょうか？
それはないと思います。召喚中のサーバントを初期化するなんてムーセルでも難しいことですから。その霊装にかけられた呪いは一度きりです。来た瞬間に スキルがリセットされますが、その代償として呪いも消滅しています。
おや、そうなのですか。では問題ありませんね。逆に幸運と考えましょう。
どんなド M ですか？
幸運ですよ。1から10に進む。最弱から最強に至る。何もないところから窮地を乗り越えて成長する。それが誰の得意分野なのか、共に戦ってきたあなたの方がよく知っているでしょう、キャスター。
まあそうでございますけど。
では探索の再開を。あなたたちならこの逆境もプラスに変えると僕は確信していますよ。
Castor reluctantly says to read Leo's words. It feels strange that Leo knows more details about Castor and Haku Kushami than myself. Given my hazy memories, I can't let it stop me though. Anyway, let's press on. Indeed. This is a quick chapter, all things considered. There's the save fountain, our good friend. Go ahead and save there. There's another guy. Can just get the guy. Since we know, come here. Since we know all their moves, just burst everything. They don't chase after us. There we go. That's a level up. And we got our first skill, Fiery Heaven. Yeah, Castor's also really slow doing her thing, unlike Saber or Archer. And we can take a look at what Fiery Heaven does. It inflicts some damage and stuns against break. And it does a lot of damage compared to her normal attacks, so yeah. Yeah, you also need a lot of MP stuff. Luckily there, this one has... Yeah, I know how to use that. Luckily... we can use items to restore MP, but that's mostly outside of battle. Castor feels bitter about being reset, but I'm still crushing about these hostile programs, but he despises that. As I recall the reliable side of her back, Castor takes a deep sigh, lowering her shoulders feebly. Oops. Something Castor noticed as I thought. There are discrepancies in our memories and experiences. Huge gaps between my memories and Castor's memories of our fights. Before I had even realized that I had lost something important, I focused, enjoying my desire to return quickly. Castor also said that we would talk back later. Right now, I need to focus on clearing this labyrinth. Off we go again. Yeah, first dungeon is a bit of every 3 steps you get a cutscene. A sturdy door blocks our way. It looks like the arena continues past this door though.
見たことのない扉ですね。材質はブラックアイス型プログラム。セキュリティレベルはスター。さくら、何ですか？このスターという記号は。
私も初めて見ました。セキュリティレベルはサーバントのパラメーターと同じものです。最も強いセキュリティレベルは A、弱いものは E、例外として EX がありますけど、スターなんてカテゴリーはありません。待ってください。映像を解析します。これだけ視覚データがあるなら、ここからでもスキャニングして。嘘、 計測不能。カウントがオーバーしているんじゃなくて数値にすることができない。ありえません。ムーンセルのライブラリにもない新種の防壁なんて。
Sakura shrieks with in astonishment. From her perspective as a Mooncell AI, this thought goes against common sense. No, apparently it's on a level that shouldn't exist.
その防壁については後だ。周囲の量子が大きく揺らいでいる。用心しろ。俺の勘だが、おそらく。
Julius? The comms cut out midway. The voices from the student council room drown out the descent storm like interference don't reach me. There.
そこまでよ、三流マスターとその下僕。スカンピーのくせに人の心をまじまじと見ないでくださる？
I suddenly hear a voice and turn around, but no one is behind me. Where was that voice coming from? No, more importantly, this voice, if I recall correctly. There she is.
ようこそ私の城へ。これっぽっちも嬉しくないけど歓迎だけはしてあげる。おや、あちらリンさん？やっほー、お久しぶり。とも来ませんか？尋常じゃないですよ、あのあんこ。
Oops, sorry. Yep, she's Rintos again. She's the one that the master participated in the Holy Grail War, a wizard with spectacular ability and just shoo-in to win. However, by the time she spoke just now, it sounds like she's the ruler of the labyrinth.
まるでじゃないわ。まさしくよ。相変わらず気の抜けた子ね。気が抜けているのではありません。誘い受けというやつなのです。まあ、それはともかく。リンさん、あなた、今ボスっぽい宣言をしませんでした？そうだって言ってるじゃない。私はこの城のクイーンにしてムーンセルの新しい支配者。そう、しぶとく生き残ったあなたたちを管理支配する月の女王様とお呼びなさい。なんと、まあ言われてみればそれっぽい革のブーツですけど。ウィップはどこですか？
Rin is the queen of the moon. Stubbornly survives is referring to us, I guess. She's saying she controls and rules over us.
そっちの考えもお見通しよ。月の裏側から出たいんでしょ。だから唯一の出口であるこの迷宮にやってきた。でも残念、絶対に出してあげないから。だいたい表に戻ってどうするの？あなたの実力じゃせいぜい2回戦止まり。すぐにやられて死んじゃうだけよ。それとも自分から死にたい趣味なわけ？そういうことならここで私がいただいても OK よね。
Unbelievable. Even for me, with this hazy memory, Rin's uncharacteristic behavior comes as a huge shock. Rin didn't believe in meritocracy, but she's also has honesty and integrity. That why would my rival, someone who is so dependable more than anyone, have such a cold air about her now?
ほんとバカなんだから。おとなしく校舎に隠れていればいいのに、のこのこと亀みたいにやってきたんだもの。まさにカモネギ、丸かじりよ。この城は私たちの城。入ったものは私たちの所有物よ。板一文見逃さないから覚悟なさい。
Rin is serious. While licking her lips, she raises her arms threateningly. I see the proof of her being a master. Command seals.
ダンサーですね。バッチ来い。ご名答。さあ、出番よランサー。
There she is. Lancer? A young girl with red hair. Sure, Rin's servant is in fact a Lancer, but it's kind of different from what I remember.
お下がりくださいマスター。この女、やる気満々です。 いいじゃない。気に入ったわ。これが今回のエクセレントなメインディッシュというわけ。退屈な生贄にも飽きてきたところだし、この子たちならいい声を聞かせてくれそう。豚ですってそれって DEB ってことか、こんちくしょう。見た目若いからって調子に乗ってんじゃないですよ。豚を豚と呼んで何がいけないの？むしろ誇りに思いなさい。この私に名前を呼ばれるのよ。絶頂ぐらいしなさいよ。ほら早くブヒーって泣いて。泣きなさい。泣けってば泣いてください。泣かないの？嘘。どういうことよ。この世界なら何でも私の思い通りになるって言ってたのに。話が違うじゃない、マネージャー。もう頭痛が止まらないわ。
Servant starts staring at her own hair. She's been spewing nonsense, but her eyes are filled with madness. Even a novice like myself can tell this red girl just defeated countless servants. Caster can probably detect the wrath of blood coming from Lancer better than I can.
ちょっとランサー落ち着いて。たまたまあいつらが言うことを聞かないのはたまたまだってば。っていうかぶっ刺せば全て解決よ。あなたの槍で貫かれれば誰だって泣くもの、物理的に。そうだったわ。さすがねリー。あなたのそういう切れるところ、味方ながら恐ろしいわ。それはこっちのセリフよ、ランサー。本当はバーサーカーなんじゃないかって疑うくらい頼もしい感触持ちだし。褒めてもお金はあげないわよ、リン。そっちこそ今日も目いっぱいただ働きしてもらうわ。その切り返し最高。楽しいわね、リン。株で大失敗した時ぐらい楽しいわ。この抜群のキャラかぶり。二人は積んでる。ちょっと古いですね、このネタ。
A good Sid Ray is always fun. Of course, this is no time to be stunned. Honestly, I want to pretend like I saw nothing and just leave. But Servant's strength and bloodless is the real deal. What do we do? Should we fight or run? Let's get the hell out of here.
あの角付き女に尻尾を巻くのは願い下げですが、ここは引きの一手。剣道将来、再戦にかけるとしましょう。
I agree, my servant. If all else fails or retreat or something like that, we don't know our opponent's abilities or who they are, and more our stats are reduced. Challenging them here won't accomplish anything. Besides, while hard to believe, Rin and Lancer are so busy laughing they don't notice where we're going. Slowly, quietly, we'll retreat, until we're sufficiently far enough, and then we'll make a break for it.
あれ？ランサー？カモネギは？もしかしてもう倒しちゃった？は？私、一歩も動いてないわよ。っていないわね。リン、あなたバカじゃないの？あんたにだけは言われたくないわよ。
We run through the labyrinth, putting Rin and that rat servant voices behind us. They don't seem to be chasing us, but this brings us to two new mysteries. The door blocking our way and the completely changed Rin Tosaka. From the way Rin spoke, she's the ruler of this labyrinth and the mastermind that trapped us in the school building. Just what on earth happened to her, I wonder. We finally connected. Are you okay,
申し
Hakuno?
訳ありません。
Just now, there was an odd jamming. Seems like some sort of singing voice that was obstructing our voice channel. However, they were getting all your visuals. We have confirmation of Mitsosaka and her servant. We'll immediately prepare some countermeasures for the wall and the jamming. Please rest for now, Hakuno.
報告します。
Look, Shinami, I used administrative privileges to create my room for you, so please use it. I was located at the back of the second floor, just adjusted to cut off all monitoring, a full private room. Our calls will still go through though, but other than that, it's okay to sleep in as much as you like. Hey, Julius. So you're back, as you heard from the student council. Return to the second floor and it's my room and rest. The school is currently under maintenance, so it is an old model after all. We can't let it end like the new side school. The system is down except for one room, and NPCs are all in forced sleep. You hurry back and get some rest too. Indeed, let's go back. There's nothing specific to do in the first chapter. We don't get any SGs, we don't get any matrices or anything like that. We only kind of start the CCC route by buying a thing, and we do have more than enough money for that. So yeah, my room time. Give me a second. Alright, sorry about that. Don't worry. Alright. I entered the private room Sakura prepared for us. This is a space totally just for my servant and me. Outside the window, it's nighttime. Apparently, it indicates all communication with the student council room has been severed. Here we can talk about things we don't talk when others are listening to. Since this will be our base from now on, Caster cautiously checks the room. As for me, pathetically, the moment I entered the room, my was drained of my strength. Too much happened, so my mind and body are exhausted. Caster clears her throat with a ahem, and calmly begins to speak to her amateur of a master.
ご主人様、清水の舞台から飛び降りる覚悟でお尋ねするんですけど、もしかして私のこと忘れちゃってます？
Those few words send a sharp pain through me. Now that I think about it, why haven't I told her about this yet? Even without my memories, my body seems to remember all the time we spent together. I'm furious with myself for making Caster ask me such a question.
いいんです、いいんです。別に怒っているわけじゃなくて、ただ確認しただけですから。というか、ご主人様、辛そうな顔をしているんですもの。差し出がましくはありますが、私の方から切り出させていただきました。
Caster bows her head and apologizes. I shouldn't be the one apologizing. Caster, concerned for her master, knew she wouldn't like what she'd hear, but still dove into the issue. It's not too late, even now, I confess honestly, about how I currently can't even remember who I am. About who I remember fighting the Holy Grail War with Caster, but not any vivid details, no matter how much I try. Maybe. Everything, including my memories, are dummies planted inside of me by someone.
それはないです。記憶がなかろうと、ご主人様はご主人様です。そこはドーンと自信を持ってくださいまし。だって、この卵がご主人様の魂の匂いを間違えるとかありえませんし。そう簡単につけたマーキングは外れねえ。
Huh? Did this servant just blow out something kind of disturbing?
いえいえ、ただの独り言でございます。それより、残念です。だって、情熱的な屋上での告白とか、めくるめく夜のこととか、マウント外されたこととか、忘れになってるのでしょう？私、妻として悲しいのです。よよよ、あんなにも仲睦まじく、お母さんバンとも羨むほどの仲でしたのに。違い。
Caster hides her face in the hem of Western clothes and breaks into crying. How sad. This cruel trick of fate plays on people. I mean, reasons aside, I think those are 100% fake tears.
その反応、肝心要なところだけはきっちり覚えていると見ました。さすが鉄の自制心を持つご主人様と言わざるを得ませんね。記憶が曖昧でも手強いぜ。それでは私からも告白タイムです。実はですね、 私もいろいろと忘れちゃってるみたいで。ご主人様と一緒に聖杯戦争を戦った記憶はあるんですよ。でも部分があやふやさんなんです。原因はとっくに解明しています。もともとサーバントは表から裏に行けるようには作られていないのです。普通なら燃え尽きてしまうのですよ。記憶の一部が焼けた程度の私は運が良かったのでしょう。でもご主人様の記憶喪失はまた別件みたいなのです。こっちはよからぬ者が関与しているに違いありません。
I see. Just like Leo Gawain and Castor has missing memories. I can't remember everything, but Castor clearly knows what's missing. My case is grave, but Castor took that into consideration with a smile and said, "It's alright."
いい方向に考えましょう、ご主人様。最初から愛を育み直せるとか、見ようによってはラッキーですし。さあ、明日からやるべきことが山積みです。今宵のところはその体を癒してくださいまし。ではでは、仲良くお布団へと。あれ、私の枕がなぜ部屋の隅へ？ピンクギツネ、初日ぐらい自重しろ。そんなつまんないです、ご主人様。
Let's go ahead and save. Alright, next. I woke up to a ringing sound, like an alarm clock. It's a call from the student council room. Waking up after getting plenty of sleep, I see the school is in sunset. So the school really doesn't have any concept of day and night time, it seems.
おはようございます、ご主人様。ずいぶん早起きですか？旦那様より2時間早く起きて朝毛の支度をする。それが良妻の証ですもの。さあ、朝はいかがいたします？ご飯？お風呂？それとも…あ、いやいや、待った。なんでマッサでドアに手をかけるですか？わかってます。冗談ですってば。私だって真面目な空気はお読みしますとも。これから生徒会室で今後の対策ですね。ではでは、楽しいお出かけと参りましょう。購買でスイーツ系を販売してくれるということないんですけどね。
Let me just see if Cass has anything to say. She does.
ほんと、奇妙なことに巻き込まれちゃいましたね。ウサギもいない月の裏側とか、かぐやちゃんもびっくりです。でもあれですね。聖杯戦争の隙間をついた新婚旅行と考えれば、それはそれで美味しいような。今は記憶のないご主人様をおもんぱかって自重タイムですが、旅行中にどうにかなっちゃうのはお約束ですし、むしろ既成事実バッチ来いでお待ちしてますから、ご主人様はいつでも野獣と化してくださいませ。
I don't know what that means by script. And first off, before we talk about honeymoons, we aren't even married, even though my memory still remember that clearly.
その冷静なツッコミ、さすがご主人様。痛すぎる。玉も泣いちゃいますよ。とまあ、冗談か本気かはさておきまして、たとえどのような場所であれ、私はご主人様のサーバントです。その一点はご信頼くださいませ。彩色権利、何をやらせても完璧な私です。あなた様をささっと月の表へ戻し、ついでに聖杯戦争も制覇してみせましょう。新婚旅行と申しましたが、割と本気で入交際の覚悟ですので、私の活躍に惚れ込んでくださいましね。
Alright, that's all she had to say. This is embarrassing for me to have been able to show you my former strength. I was reset, you see, but this is being a sequel and all. Darling, you're in a ship, you were in the shape you were before, pre-action battles. Let's take things slow, very slow. So yeah, Caster likes to break the fourth wall a lot of times. As you can see, we got the gallery for all the things, right? All that's missing is basically Caster here. Yeah, this is for Caster. This is also for Caster, and the other ones are... I don't really remember what these black ones are for. I guess we'll check out later. Probably something with Gilgamesh, most likely. But yeah. Other than that, I think we are... Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, that's good. We got our closet, but we still have no clothes for Caster, just the jet black mage. So, yeah, that's good. Let's go. We still want to. I want to at least finish part 2 of this chapter, since it's kind of short, and we can do the part 3 and the boss fight all in one go too. Honestly, the one thing that takes the most time are the cutscenes.
早速ですが前回のおさらいを。まずは初期代理の兄さんからどうぞ。
迷宮探索の成果は2つ。1つは未知のルーチンで作られた防護扉の発見だ。あの後記録したデータを元に解析したがプログラムを読むことさえできなかった。レオンにできないということは他の誰にもできないということだ。あの扉のハッキングは不可能だろう。
兄さん、それ大げさじゃないですか。僕はお手上げでしたけど、他の人ならあっさり解けるかもしれませんよ。
まあ可能性はゼロではないが、生徒会はあの扉をシールドと呼称。今後はシールドの突破が最優先課題となる。
実際シールドを抜けないと先には進めませんからね。では会計代理のガウェインどうぞ。
あなたが遭遇した遠坂凛とそのサーバントについて分析結果を伝えます。結論から言って遠坂凛は本物です。彼女の言動にはおかしな点が見られましたが、大まか我々の記憶通りの性格でした。
いや、あそこまでなんでもない。続けてくれ。
彼女は月の女王を名乗り、彼女を捕らえようとしました。我々のことを生き残りとも。理由は分かりませんが、彼女がこの事態の原因であり、我々を閉じ込めている敵と見て間違いないでしょう。遠坂凛のサーバントはランサー。これも我々の記憶通りです。多少の差異はありましたが。
いや、ガウェイン卿、さすがにそれは。
ユリウス、レオの結論に何か異論が？
続けてくれ。確かにどうあれ倒さねばならない相手だ。中身がどうだのはさまつな問題だった。
それでこそユリウスです。では続きを。ランサーはサーバントとしてそれほど強力ではありません。せいぜい B プラスから A クラスです。油断しなければ十分に撃破できる相手かと。
Gawain may have stated that nonchalantly, but a B+ to an A servant is top class. This is what sucks about the standard prodigies have.
また通信を妨害したのはランサーの特殊スキルであることも判明しました。ランサーの出自、宝具は不明ですが、妨害に関しては有効な周波数を複数用意しましたので、 今後は対応できるかと。
完璧です。さすがですね、ガベイン。騎士として戦うだけでなく、魔術、電子戦の素養まであるとは。
いえ、これも騎士のたしなみ。政権の担い手だからといってそれだけにあぐらをかくのはどうかと。王ならともかく騎士は政権をぶっ破するだけの簡単な仕事ではありませんから。
さて、現状この2点が僕たちの前に立ちふさがっている問題です。質問はありませんね。
Nope.
はい、会長、小生の出番はいかが。
ないようなので話を進めます。女王を名乗ったミス遠坂とランサーに関してはまだ情報が足りませんが、戦力さえ増強できれば十分に対応可能でしょう。問題はシールドです。こちらは明確な方針のもとかからないと打開はできないでしょう。ですので摂政員キアラさんにこのデータを渡してきていただけますか。
Leo hands me a data on the shield. I don't mind passing it along to Kiara, but I wonder why it's for her.
どうしても何も可能性の話です。現状僕たちでは解析できないのなら他の方に当たってみるべきでしょう。彼女が風文通りの方なら非合法の防壁破りを知っているかもしれないという期待はありますが。
Rumors about Kiara? What in the world is that about?
よろしくお願いします。僕と彼女では話が成立しません。
Yeah, we'll
価値
give the
観
thing
と
to
立
her.
場が違いすぎて。
摂政院、はて、どこかで聞いた覚えが。なんだこの頭痛は。頭が割れる。なんたること。その名を思い出そうとすると小生どうにかなっちゃいそうである。
I'll let Gato do his thing. Nothing else is going on. I'll try meeting up with Kiara. Alright, off to meet Kiara. Again, it's chapter 1. Not much going on here. We can just go straight. We don't even have access to the commissary yet, so... A lot of exposition going on here, so...
おや、深刻なお顔ですのね。未知のアリーナに侵入したと聞きましたが、そこで何かあったのですか？
Tell Kiara what has occurred in the Sacral Labyrinth. About how, with the backup of the Student Council, we forayed into the Unknown's area. About how we were obstructed by the mysterious wall we met with Rin.
なんということでしょう。私が自らの力不足でいじいじと壁のシミを数えている間にそんなことが。ですが私安心しました。桜迷宮だなんておとなしい顔なのにお盛んなのですね。
Kiara clasped her hands together while blushing. Why?
だってさくらさんの中に大勢で強引に入るなんて、それも初めてだったのでしょ。そんな荒事を面と向かってお話しされては私も女ですから。
I'm changing my opinion on her. She may actually be quite the oddball.
は？そういう話ではない？桜迷宮というのはアリーナの名前？ごめんなさい。身勝手な妄想を聞かせてしまいました。そうですよね。あなたに限ってそんな。
I wonder if Kiara has any in-depth knowledge of sex at all. Boy, just wait. Putting that aside, I hand over the shield data I got from Leo. Explain the situation to Kiara and ask her for advice. Any little details she might think of will help. And then...
拝見させていただきました。これは解けません。いえ、解いてはいけないものです。
Master Shuin stares straight at me and rebukes me for trying to destroy the shield.
ですが、そう言っていられる場合ではありませんね。このデータの方に、その遠坂凛さんという方は何か言っていませんでしたか？その扉に触れたら許さない、デリカシーに欠ける女性の敵、悔しいけど感じてしまうとか。
I recall my conversation with Rin. Now that I think about it, don't look into someone's heart. I think she said something like to that effect.
やはりそうでしたか。この防壁は秩序だってロジックでできたものではありません。これは人の感情、見せられない本性、属性を実体化させた心の壁です。要は秘密を守る心の働きですね。地上ではサイコセラピーの際、患者の精神にダイブして苦しみの原因を取り除く医療法があるのですが、その際高い確率でこの壁は現れます。疑似量子化したウィザードを追い返す、あるいは消滅させる最も危険な防壁。レオさんは医療、臨床心理学には疎いのでしょう。わからないのは無理もありませんわね。とはいえ、これほどの規模と強度のものは私も初めて見ました。
Whoops. Mental wall. That's what the shield really is. One inside of the arena was her castle, which means that that wall is Rin's self-defense mine. Beyond it lies Rin's secrets.
あっちゃー、その理屈だと確かにあの壁は強固ですね。というか普通のロジックじゃ絶対無理。秘密を守る乙女心のたくましさは屋久島の千年すぎクラスっつうか。こうなっては仕方ありません。心の壁、シールドを壊すことは反対ですが、リンさんであれば荒領事も必要でしょう。微力ながら私もご協力いたしましょう。先に生徒会室に向かってください。人の心のほどき方、私流でよければ手ほどきいたしましょう。
Yara, who had no intention to before, now tells us she'll help us deal with the shield. I guess it is better to be expected. I'll go report to Leo in the council room. Again, we don't have the fast travel unlocked just yet. We have to walk all the way there. Anyways, we're here. Welcome back, Hakuno. Did Kiara tell you anything that may lead to a clue? I report what I turn out to be more than just a clue, that shield really is. With no surprise, Leo nods in understanding. Kiara's right. I study psychology, but it all amounts to information. Even if I could gauge the darkness in a person's mind, I probably couldn't do anything to alleviate it.
Leo.
What are you saying, Leo? Your brilliance is the light of the sun. Facing it would dispel anyone's darkness. Thinking away, I'll keep that in mind. Unlike a one-sided faith, I'm aiming for more human salvation. Leo looks a little lonely and saying that. Suddenly a faint memory crosses my mind. He certainly was the sun, illuminating all. He held a knightly sanctity which dispelled any and all wickedness and even emotions. However, that won't solve the root of the problem. A salvation that merely illuminates once that sun has set, who those left behind have only darkness left to sink into. In his final moments, will he realize this is the limitation of his challenge? Pardon me, I'm Karaseshu and I'm here to say— Oh, how very summer it is in here. Even I feel awkward going about intruding on a secret boys' meeting. If now isn't a good time, I could return later. It's okay. I've been waiting for you, Kiara. Without further delay, please teach us how to destroy that shield. Yes, please leave it to me. Although about all I can provide is an explanation and a transfer. Transfer? Does this mean you already have something that will effectively counter it? Yes, we'll get to that soon. First, let's start by explaining what this mental wall is. Destroying the wall to the heart is difficult. A wall is not something to be destroyed, but to be understood. Think of it like that. Understanding, you say. This doesn't mean sweeping away the troubles in one's mind, does it? No, it means seeing through the hidden nature, the workings of Rintosaka's mind and grasping it. Speak with her, battle with her, observe her, obtain her secrets. They will serve as a key to opening the door. To know one's enemy and once cross blades with them, letting one and the other bare. Is that what you mean? Hardly. You won't learn a damn thing like that. Sesshin, that lip service may work on Earth, but this is a battlefield. We need solutions. Of course, I know. The mind's workings and spiritual reactions aren't usually measured through oscillations in brainwaves. To measure the metaphysical, the observer themselves must also become a being composed of mainly mind and spirit. Such is the far-end goal of all religions seek. Without the third eye, the eye which sees not external but internal form, one can't see minds. This is something that normally requires a great deal of practice, but we're in an emergency, aren't we? I shall bequeath you a pale imitation of the 5 meditations program's 8th school version. Oh, that's not that special of a technique, it just finds openings in a person's mind. It extracts dregs they don't even know of. 5 meditations, you say? There are 5 basic meditations for serving worldly desires: balance of body, compassion, dependence of origination, phenomenal world, and mindful breathing. Well now, I'm impressed, Gato. You're well versed in Buddhism too. Thanks for explaining. Of course, President Leo. I agree, I'm great at laundry drifting on the Ganges. However, the things on my mind about minds... You agree to say it is quite difficult to find, yes? Yep, correct, my good lady. Hidden secrets are carnal desires. To attain nirvana, one engages in self-awareness. Sure, that makes sense. But the thing is, the road is for facing one's own carnal desires. Looking at what others' desires makes no sense. Certainly so. However, Miss Tosika is different from what she used to be. Yes, I took a vow to save all who are lost. I wouldn't have suggested if you're not for these circumstances, Mr. Enlightened Monk. Yes, call me not a worthy one, but a wandering monk. Monji Gato is still in training, you see. Alright, it's time for a bathroom break. I just remembered some business I have to do, so excuse me. Looks like Gato really struggles with dealing with Kiara, which is a satisfying and troubled look on his face. He leaves the room while muttering sutras like, I'm not even going to attempt that. Let's return to the topic at hand. With the 5 meditations, we see through Rintosaka's mind. Rather than see through, it extracts affected areas. The 5 meditations is a medical program. It detects a patient's scars and purges them of the dregs within them. That shield is a mental wall that keeps secrets safe. So if the secrets are known, the keeping part loses its meaning. If a wall of the heart is a disease, then the 5 meditations is a vaccine. Thinking of it with such as such will suffice. I see. I get the theory now. Let's install the 5 meditations into our analyzer monitor, Miss Tosaka. It'll observe the working of her mind. Once it reduces Miss Tosaka's secrets, it will physically extract them. Am I right? Yes, naturally you must have Kishinami do her best in gathering the patient's data. I'll correct you on one thing. I want to install it in this room, but in Hakuno herself. Huh? Installing a technique onto me. Never experienced that before, but it's not that crazy. In cyberspace, bodies are composed of quasi-spiritual ones. It must be possible to install a program attaching on a new functionality. Master's Codecast will go by the same theory. If there's anything to worry about, it's the procedure's volume. Powerful software will harm one's personality. Will my body be able to handle this increased load on this emotion observing technique that I've never seen or heard from before? Object to this, Kishinami mustn't be burdened with such risk. An AI like myself is capable of handling external software. Explaining our functionality is typically forbidden, but this is urgent. I can't ignore the Mooncel's rules. Everyone's taken back by Sakura's sudden outburst. Of course, I'm surprised, but even Leo, Julius, and Gawain are blinking their eyes in wonder. Only Kiara isn't moved. With calm eyes, she smiles at Sakura. Why do you say so? Huh? Even for exceptions, you must uphold the Mooncel's rules you must uphold, no? I'm asking why you decided otherwise. Because my duty is to manage everyone's health. Outside the Holy Grail War, I can't allow Kishinami to do anything dangerous. Oh, so that's why. If that's the reasoning, then it can be at ease. Still, you won't do. Only humans can read emotions, Sakura. Even if you can observe, you can't comprehend. Moreover, is Hakuno not the one who will confront Rin? Only she can do this. Does anyone else desire to object? If not, then Hakuno, come over here. Please close your eyes for a moment. I will now bequeath you a portion of the 5 meditations. Don't worry, it won't burden on your soul. It's only about as heavy as a command seal, so just relax. I have no right to refuse because right now this technique is the only way to break through that shield. Doing as she says, shut my eyes and loosen myself up. And then... What the hell are you two doing? Now this is unexpected. Brother, start recording. Quick, use camera 4. So bold. In public. As that hand around her waist is a flutter of a swan or a snake coiled around the Palo Santo tree. Thank you for your patience. I believe I have safely transferred the 5 meditations onto you, Hakuno. What? I turned to everyone in Shingal's room, looking for them for some explanation of what just happened. Lee was grinning, giving me a thumbs up. Julius is blatantly avoiding eye contact. Gawain gives Kiara a bow, babbling about how she made a passing good cheer. Thank you very much, Kiara. In more ways than one. Now then, Hakuno has been appended with a new skill, right? Yeah, since Hakuno is a rather feisty one, I had narrowly almost failed. More ways than one? What's that mean? Also feisty? Of course I'll put a fight. What a total blunder. I was practically trying to push away from her with my hands, but far from getting away, Kiara held me tighter the more I pushed. Feeling like I was coiling around me, I ended up at her mercy. Whilst presence indicates the lady, its source, desires help. The rest depends on Ako's efforts. That efforts need to be made exactly. The details are not important as long as she gets Rin feeling effused. Make a girl feel gladness, hatred, joy, fear, whatever pleases her will suffice. And once that heart is laid bare, that is the opening of the 5 meditations, in Hakuno to mercifully deflower them. That's how it is, huh? So in a nutshell, find Rin, talk to her, fight if it comes to it. It won't be any different from what you've been basically doing up until now. Shouldn't be different, I'm sure. After that, it's Sakura's job. Take the secret Sakura obtained, transfer it to the shield, and remove the wall. Also, do you think it will be necessary, Sakura? Earlier you said you could expand your functionality, yes? Yes, if I will assist everyone, then I think it'll be allowed as an exception. Now then, Sakura, I shall have to ask you to take the remaining pieces of the 5 meditations. What I gave Hakuno was ultimately only one part. I will insert the foundations of the technique onto you. Your base personality will be overwritten, but there's nothing to worry about, Sakura. I unintentionally gulp. Overriding someone's base personality sounds really violent. If this is different from installing external functionality. Sakura may be an AI, but I can't tell the difference between them and a human. I feel repulsed by Kiara treating him like a thing. But out of everyone in the Sekunda's room, I'm concerned about Sakura. Neither Leo, Julius, Gawain, nor Sakura herself shows any hint of discontent. In this day and age, even if AI is identical to human, they still lack that. The common sense I learned some time ago flitted across my mind. Now then, that's a place to go. Since I need you to strip, let's head to the infirmary. Okay, I appreciate it. Both of them leave for the infirmary. I'm a little worried. I'm really okay to leave them. Should I go check? I can't miss this. To the infirmary.
いけません、レディ。同じ女性として気になるのはわかりますが、ここは自重すべきかと。
Hey, I was stopped before I could lift a finger. About go away, no less. The very moment I looked away so casually, go after them.
そうですよ。口元からよこしまな考えがバレバレです。ここはおとなしく待っていましょう。まあ、僕はお手洗いに行きますけど、少し紅茶を飲みすぎたようですね。
レオ、お言葉ですが、あなたはここ数時間、紅茶はおろか水分らしきものを一切摂取していませんが。
ガウェインは細かいですね。お手洗いは勘違いでした。実は借りた本を返しに図書室に行く用事が。
Too late. I heard the door slide open. Before Leo can finish speaking, Julius stealthily moved up to the door.
会長の手を煩わせるまでもない。様子は俺が見てこよう。
そんな兄さん、なんだってこんな時だけ気が利くんです。
汚れ仕事は俺の管轄だ。購買前で待機し、異常があるようなら保健室をノックし、中を伺う。
見事だ。まさに紳士の対応です。ユリウス、よろしくお願いします。まだレオには刺激が強すぎる恐れがありますからね。詳しい話。
あ、それはずるい。兄さんも僕もそう年齢は変わりません。R15 までなら OK です。
I nod to Leo in approval. I can't let Julius have all the fun.
お前たち、俺のことを何だと思っていたんだ。俺は本当に様子を見てくるだけだ。いい機会だから言っておく。生徒会秘書の名にかけて不埒な行為は見つけ次第処罰する。
なんという堅物なのか。あの物言いランスロットを思い出します。
ユリウス兄さん、職務に忠実な人だと知ってはいましたが、ここまでとは。僕の失敗です。申し訳ありません。
Now, why apologize to me, Leo?
お待たせいたしました。さくらさんへのインストールは滞りなく。おや今度は楽しげな空気ですのね。男性だけの密会になると心は男の子に戻るのですね。微笑ましいばかりです。
I accept I'm the one girl here. Since Leo randomly brought it up as a peaceful subject, before we knew it, we started feeling like students again. More importantly, how is Sakura doing? I asked if adding a new function caused any harm to her.
はい、特に問題はありません。心を理解することはできませんが、シールドの解析力は格段に向上しました。それでは私はここで。また何かありましたら遠慮なくお声をかけてくださいますよう。
Nara gives a slight bow and leaves. I was just a slight motion, but the deep bow of her head left a strong impression on me. She's the total opposite of over-exaggerated Gato. I think it's why Gato struggles with Kiara.
では早速起動試験と行きましょう。桜迷宮に向かってください。
Alright. I actually think we might just have time for one part of this. Yeah, most likely. Anyways, Leo, what's up with you? What's wrong, Hakuno? You still need me to ask something? No, there's no particular reason, but something about Leo is strange. Aside from his attempt at changing his outward persona, there's still something different between this Leo and the one I remember from back in my mind. But what? Ah, it must be the uniform, right? In my case, I used to look charming in my bronze red uniform, which glowed like in that blue school. I see, certainly even with that dream, Leo wore a modern red uniform. Feels like a surprising number of people have red as their thing, and I think Leo is one of them. On that note, I also think this uniform I have isn't the one I used to wear. Yes, when we were dropped to the far side, our uniforms seemed to have been forcibly altered. Same thing with our servants' clothing. Maybe we were optimized with this old school location. I'm a classical kind of guy, I like it. The retro girl sailor's uniform definitely suits this evening wooden school quite well. A change of uniform might be the kind of nice as long as it's not cursed. One thing though, if her uniforms were forcibly altered, then how come Julius and Sakura's uniforms haven't changed? My brother never had a uniform to begin with. It wouldn't be that strange if the uniform optimization process just ignored him. As for Sakura, what's the big deal? Whatever uniform she has, one obstructs her functions, right? For a moment I was hesitating to agree with the conclusion Leo whipped up. But it doesn't obstruct, there's no problem. It doesn't make her rather robotic. I know Sakura's an AI right now, though. She's an ally helping us face this unknown maze. I think it would be nice to have her match with our uniforms at least. Maybe the commissary also use our uniforms. There we go, that's the trigger to start the CCC route.
ありがとうございます。
Huh? I was on the verge of leaving the student council room when Sakura abruptly thanked me. The others, I looked at Sakura in surprise. After hearing her prefaced remark, I asked her what she was thanking me then.
あれなんででしょう。なんとなくお礼を言わなくちゃいけない気がして。すみません。やっぱり新しいソフトが入って少しだけ情緒値が不安定になっていたみたいです。どうか気をつけて怪我をせずに帰ってきてくださいね。
Alright. Off we go. We'll see you in just a moment anyway. Look who it is. I'm pretty sure this man is, it's Holy Grail or managerial NPC. So why is he then the commissary?
納得いかないという顔だな。その気持ちは私も理解できる。何しろ同じ心境だ。どうやら今回の事件にはマスターだけではなく運営 NPC の一部も巻き込まれたらしい。その際に本来のロールを書き換えられてしまった。見ての通り購買部の店員だ。全くなかなかに胸が躍る。これで納得がいったかね。
Managerial NPC whose duty was overwritten. So does this mean that every other human in this school was not a master as an NPC who was dragged into this whole thing?
大部分はな。巻き込まれた一部の運営 NPC ともともとこの旧校舎にいた NPC だろう。もともといた方はかつてのマスターたちの再現映像のようだが、所詮は虚像だ。予選の生徒と同様だよ。
I see. Now I understand what happened, but still, knowing this priest is here is extremely discomforting all the same.
違和感には慣れたまえ。私はこう見えて潔癖症かつ凝り性でね。こうなった以上、最強の店員を目指す。君にとっては頭の痛いことだろうがな。それでは。
Anyways, let's just go ahead and grab things.
ようこそ購買部へ。
We got the items, just the thing. There we go.
温めますか。
Classic. The other things you already pretty much have all the things. Mysticals, we have all of them. Yeah, we already have all of them, so not much else there. Let's get out of here. Hey Sakura, have the thing for you. Yummy, is something the matter? I called up Sakura and went to hand over the classic sailor uniform I got a hold of. But just as she turned around, I got a little nervous, wondering if I was being presumptuous. No, it would be a complete waste of stop now. I don't need the second set of the same uniform anyways. I got to fold the uniform tightly, resolve myself, and trust the uniform in front of Sakura. I know this is sudden, but take this, Sakura. Huh? What is this? I explained that it's a classic Tsukimihara school uniform I got for her. Since Sakura is an ally helping us escape from the far side of the moon, I absolutely want her to wear this uniform too. No, I can't. SM is a precious resource. To use it in a uniform for me, please return to Father Kutsumine at once, and buy something else with it, like a recovery item or a mystic code. I didn't to have Sakura reject it so profusely. I did expect her to be confused by it, and then I expected her to say no. Maybe I was being presumptuous after all. That's not it. I just mean that we should keep in order priorities based on the situation, so I don't want to inconvenience you, Kishinami, so it's not as if I don't like it or anything like that. Really? 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 So please don't look down. I look up and say, in that case, if you're really not opposed to the uniform, then as an ally to the student council room, as an ally who supports Hakuto Kishinami, I definitely want you to wear it. It'll definitely look good on you, Sakura. You're a curious person, Kishinami. No one ever else seems to mind things like this. I understand. Let's say I need to change. Will you accompany me to the infirmary? Of course, I don't mind if I do. I'll have the student council room along with Sakura. Setup complete. What do you think? While in Newfound Wonder, I answered Sakura's question with an understated reaction. You look adorable. Her trademark white gown and pale-colored hair glowed against the dark blue sailor uniform, and coupled with her graceful movements, it was like she was an admirable kohai who you'd start to care without realizing it. Here's the impression I get. That example looks kind of embarrassing, but I'm glad you don't find it weird. Also, I feel like my processing speed has increased somewhat, perhaps because I have been optimized. Thank you very much, Kishinami. All that matters is shit like this. I was strangely all nervous about it, but I'm so glad I got her a matching uniform. Let's keep doing our best, Sakura. Yes, I'll be supporting you as best I can, so please do your best as well. And thank you very much. I'm having trouble finding the word to say it, but I'm happy. Alright, that's done. Let's go ahead and, let me just check. I don't think she's not here. Alright, let's just go ahead and clear the first area and then we can call it a day for now. Yeah, we're fine.
リンさんの反応は奥に移動しています。
探索には細心の注意を。とりあえず昨日の壁を目指しましょう。
Let's go with this guy.
ま、適当にもではではなら殴る敵じゃないです。
I think the achievements with Gaster is her taking damage, so like when Archer had the perfect victories type achievements, right, tied to him. I think Gaster is like the amount of damage taken. Gaster. 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 There we go. Took a while, but finally you saw it. Alright, let's just do this stuff. There we go. That's a level up. Let's go. And then we have another giant cutscene over there. The thing feels wet and slippery, darling. There's a nasty presence ahead. Sakura, please scan the building, if you can ascertain anything. Well, the thing is, that building alone is difficult to scan. The structure is different from the rest of it, as if it was extended from out from behind. Sounds more like suspicious. We're in Lancer's secret room, maybe? To break through that shield, when secrets are necessary. That's what Kiara said. It would be nice if that building had held a clue. Yes, I would like more information, even just a crumb of it. Please investigate, Hakuno. Be careful. We never know when Miss Tosaka and Lancer might try to start a fight. Indeed. Let's just go on ahead and do that. Oh, come on. There we go. It's safe to just do this, really. I guarded. It's a shame. There we go, but that was nice and it stunned him as well. There we go. Off he goes.
ご主人様お手にはございませんかマスター
Onto the building we go. The moment I entered the area, a chill ran up my spine. Splatter across the chamber, crimson dripping from wall-fixed bodies. Crimson, gradually pulling in the ground on the floor. Crimson. Surface of crimson, a surface of anguish, the surface of a genuine prison out of this world. On the opposite side, there are figures of people sawn into the walls like insect specimens. Blood gushed from their pierced scars on their sides, shoulders, and arms. How awful. Can you tear down the wall, Hakuno? It won't break, huh? Figures. Only the arena administrator can. At a glance, they appear to be humans, but Sakura, which are they? NPCs or masters? Oh, they're probably just like you all, cyberframes captured from the near side. I would assume these people were unable to escape the old school building and taken prisoner in the labyrinth. No way. Does it mean if we had slipped even once, we could have ended up as one of them? So sleepy, tired. There's someone there. They're still conscious. These people with their blood running about are alive. Certainly, if they were alive, then it'd be possible to rescue them. However, this is way too, Guess we're staring morosely at these plain people. Still, they're alive. Maybe I can save them right now, but if I can't find a way later. Give it back, please. No more. I'll stay here forever. Just come on, give it back. Please give it back. Get back. Please give it back. Give me back my abilities. So that's how it is. NPCs had their blood, their data extracted as far as their self-restoration can handle. And the masters are having their magic circuits extracted, the very quality that makes a wizard's natural-born talent. The reverse of a designer, baby. In this room, geniuses are physically tuned and turned into common folk. In the past, I fought against a servant with similar skills. With territory creation and A-rank equivalent of torturing skill, it was a servant specialized in killing, not combat. Tsunami, none stick around, there's nothing these captured masters. Hurry on ahead before they drag you down with them. Julie's instructions were cold-hearted, but he didn't say them with cruelty. Maybe just my imagination, but he's acting like he's genuinely concerned about Hakuno and Tsunami. But beyond the window, more unarmed masters are weeping, while holding skewed by a lance-shaped object. The young man in the former master continues wailing. He called for his proof as a wizard to get back his power, to move freely in the cyberspace that would be called the basis for his existence, his privilege. That was not even my understanding. I still wasn't considering Rin as a self-proclaimed castle lord as our enemy, but this carnage is far too inhumane. As a master, I still have yet to regain my self-awareness, my strength, and even my memory. However, I can at least understand this. I must not give this carnage a pass. Even if Rin is my opponent, I have to face her head on. I see you are angered, hireling, at this carnage. The sadistic treatment of people as less than human, the debauchery acts of a demon. For me, I hold no indignation over this. I'm unqualified to feel such. However, if my darling were to ever meet with this fate, I would likely turn into an unrightful monster. Yes, or maybe I would become a 8-faced, 6-armed demon god. I would even fight to the axis of time itself. By the way, I did not think that a lizard woman would be this foolish. There's a limit to how short-sighted someone can be. That curse of hers, being unable to treat the others as humans, as a veteran yandere, I'll give her a severe roasting. Cass's voice loosens my strained mind. I slowly take a deep breath, leaving my resolve as is. I relax my entirely strained body. Even if it only takes this anger of justice stuff to harden my heart, my body remembers how to be satisfied without fighting. Don't make them repeat our instructions. What good will you do if to stick around? If you're ready, really want to save them, find the source of all this. Julius is right. I turned back in the carnage and walked out, just like when I was at the Blackened School. Okay, Hakuno, what do you think about this torture chamber? Do you think it was what Kiara was talking about? Is this Miss Toseka's secret in which we need to open up that shield? No, I don't think so. I don't think this torture chamber is a secret of Rin's. Rin Toseka is definitely a danger to be around, but she has never wanted to do something so evil as this. My memories may be fragmented, but I'm sure I won't be wrong for that, probably. Yes, I feel the same way. Since we're talking about Miss Toseka's secrets, there must be some more amusing than this. Her secret should be in other places. Let's start by checking every nook and cranny of this floor. Indeed. Yeah, man.
行きます。お待たせ。何してます？このままサクッと片付けましょう。ではでは。天罰的ね。
There we go. And off he goes.
お粗末様でした。なんだろう、おけだ。お揚げ持って出直し
Hey,
て。
Rin. Dang it, I've done it something horrible and stupid. The last thing I would have done is let Kisame see this disgraceful sight. Then, Rin, she's facing the setting sun and appears to be swooning in pain. We stayed on our guard as we stepped forward. Rin noticed as soon as we turned around, as she then turned around. Kisame, why are you here? When did you trespass here? I really can't afford to take my eyes off you for a second. I'll kick you out of the labyrinth right now. Please be careful, Kisame. A servant is, not detected? What? Where's your son looking disappointed? The Queen of the Moon. I couldn't deal with insects like you myself. So, like, I'm not doing easy on you or anything. Okay. Ah, and there she goes. Also, this enemy is rather troublesome. Please be cautious, darling.
見ててください。楽しくなってきましたね。
Yeah, it's just normal stuff. What?
どこにしてます？ごまの焚き火と参りましょう。
Guarded. Of course it guarded.
お返しです。なら殴る。
Alright, fire we have it
ご
again.
まの焚き火と参りましょう。
Great amount of damage. They also have a skill. Not as bad as it could
炎
be.
天よ、走れ。 うざ。
Let's skill up. You kind of have to guess here, right? Let's see.
お任せあれ。ごまの焚き火と参りましょう。
Nice. Oh, we got that one. Deadline. Guarded, we're good. How do you think Catherine was more resistant to magic?
安い相手ですね。
So skills don't do as much damage to her as they would do to other servants.
お粗末様でした。
That's a level up. Almost 2 levels, actually. Well then, it seems we've gotten accustomed to battling. The way Miss Tosaka is acting just now, I think it was, if we finally seized her secret. No, just one more thing. Didn't seem too easy. It was too unexpected out in the open to be her secret. Secrets might be like that, more than you would expect. Although it's true that we don't know enough to say for sure. Sakura, where do you sense Miss Tosaka is right now? Since the rain has stopped near the shield presently, I cannot measure beyond that. Then briefly return to the shield, and let's gauge Miss Tosaka's next combat with her. Maybe we can expose her secrets this time. Now she's aware of us, it's possible that Miss Tosaka may join up with Lancer. Hopefully we can catch up with her before that happens.
レベルアップですよ、ご主人様。
Alright, let's go ahead and grab one of these. Phoenix Scarf.
冷蔵来たこれ。いいもの拾いましたね、ご主人様。
Indeed. Let's go ahead and go back to...
早速匂ってきやがりましたか。マスター、トカゲ狩りのご準備を。
Indeed. Let's hit this. We still have a that one turn fight to survive with the Lancer, so we better not waste any of our NP on this guy. We can waste our HP, no problem though. Since we have recovery stuff. I think that should be good enough. Yep, that's good enough. Bonk. Yeah. Huh? That crack came from the corridor, down the corridor. No, no, I beg you, please spare me. I won't run anymore. Please don't stab me with that.
もうですって。二度目があるのは人間だけよ。ねえ、哀れなウサギさん。特別に私が嫌いな言葉を教えてあげる。それは脱獄、反逆、口答え。ウサギはウサギらしく可愛いだけでよかったのにね。
No, no, stop. I'll finish this time. So,
はあ、そんな生ぬるいオチ私が許すわけないじゃない。生贄は簡単に手放さないわ。あなたたちは家畜。私が飽きるまで吸血課金地獄でいたぶられる運命なの。分かったらさっさと檻の中に戻ることね。
alongside loud laughter, a shrieking ceased, and befitting the cyberspace was a smell of fresh blood. As we ran in, we saw a figure in a red lancer. The owner of those shrieks was nowhere to be found. Maybe the lancer caused the person to be transported somewhere else.
おや、ランサー短期ですか？ミス遠坂は？
マスター反応ありません。チャンスです。あら、脱走者を捕まえに来たら予想外のお客様。イケてるわ。ラッキーね、あたし。こっちはアンラッキーです。兄さんも一本抜けてますけど、あれもっと抜けてると見ました。頭のネジが。
As for Scaster's opinion, we were expecting Rin and the Lancer to be waiting for us, ready to go in our next encounter with him, but this is pretty anticlimactic.
はあ、そこ死後は慎みなさい。マナーがなってないわ。ここはどこだと思っているのよ。
Lancer points at us. This question seems to be for Hakami, Shinelmi, and Redden for Caster.
ちょっと何黙ってるのよ、そこの地味っぽいの。この私が質問しているのよ。答えなさいよ。答えろってば。無視するなってば。何よ、私に文句があるの？はあ、もうペットの不始末は飼い主の責任でしょ。いいから答えなさい。そこの人畜無害っぽいリスマスター。この城をどこだと思っているの？
We were told not to talk.
言ったわね。確かに言ったわ。私。
Silence fell. Alright, we'll take this opportunity to quickly retreat. We'll have the chance to take her on since Rin isn't here, but I would prefer to have nothing to do with the servant if possible.
頭悪いんじゃないの？あんなの比喩に決まってるじゃない。喋りなさいよ。死後禁止とかそんなのどうやったって会話にならないじゃない。
Now then, what to do? If we ever deal with this type of servant before, we should be able to trade blows with her or wait to see what happens. Our objective this time is observe and investigate Rin Tosaka, so that the finding will not do anything, but...
もういい。リンが私の許可なしで殺さないでとか言っていたけど面倒になったわ。っていうか何よ。何語？食べ物の名前？地名？おまじない？ペット名？もう私にわかんない言葉使うとか。リーは付き人失格。ムカついたからあなたたちから八つ咲きにしてあげる。
Geez, this girl is such a short fuse. If you speak, she just flares up. If you're silent, she just flares up. It's a ticking time bomb.
ご主人様、しっかり。気持ちで負けていては勝負になりません。臭いものには蓋、痛いものには火をつけろ。早急に片付けるといたしましょう。いいノリじゃない。好みじゃないけど気に入ったわ、ダサーバント。 軽く遊んで殺してあげるわ。いらっしゃい、三流サーバントなんて一瞬でリタイアよ。
And there we go.
見ててください、ご主人様。いいじゃない、美味しそうよ。あなた
Yeah, yeah. Go on
派手
ahead.
にぶちまけてもらおうかしら。食後の運動に遊んであげる。せいぜいいい声で抱きなさいね。姿だけでなく武器までとんがり系ですか。本格的に痛々しいサーバントですね。レベルダウンした身で強気じゃない。歴戦のサーバントがどれだけのものか見せてもらうとしましょうか。
Now, let me see that. We guard here and we recover here just in case. Alright, let's see.
ごまの焚き火と参りましょう。炎天よ、走れ。炎天よ、走れ。炎天よ、走れ。
Yep, figured. Alright, we survived.
何あなた、弱すぎ。キャスターのクラスってそんなにイケてないわけ。なんだこの青力。つうか、あの槍はドンキ。まさにびっくりドンキです。
Lancer's attack power surpassed ours. He's this powerful, he would not have messed around. If Rin has been here, we would have struggled just to survive for sure.
ああ、たまんない。いい顔で見上げてくれるじゃない、あなた。尊い血筋に対する敬意ができているよね。はい、尊い？どこにそんな人いるんです？まさかあなたとか出島？ええ、その通りよ。バトルは三流だったけど、きっちり突き返すあたり、オーディエンスとしては一流ね。気になる？気になるのね。知りたいのね。
Mm-hmm.
ナイスコール。よろしくてよ。そんなに知りたいなら教えてあげる。私こそ高貴なる竜の娘、彩色兼備のスーパーソニック。鬼も18番茶も出花。雷鳴轟くヤーノシュソンより舞い降りた鮮血の歌うたい。あたバカバカバカ、そこまでよらんさ。神明沸かすとか何考えてんの？後で怒られても知らないわよ。
Rin. Now our opponent has gotten even stronger. Caster couldn't stand up to Lancer when she was alone. With Rin, there's no chance of winning. Even running always seems hopeless.
といけない。神明は秘密事項よね。マネージャーと契約した時、おいそれと名乗るなって言われたんだったわ。神明だけじゃなくて能力は全部秘密。あんた他に妙なこと口走ってないでしょうね。え？他のこと？ちっとも口走ってないわ、私。パーフェクト、まさにパーフェクトサイレンス。むしろ会話さえしていないレベルよ。竜の娘爬虫類のヌラヌラ尻尾。トカゲ女の妖怪とか世界にはいるもんなんですね。しっかりバラしてるじゃない。違うわ、私の責任じゃないのだわ。あのリスマスターの誘導尋問が達人の域に達していただけなのだわ。そんな会社はあるわけないでしょ。基本善人で底抜けに間抜けなんだから。あら、なら問題ないじゃない。間抜けなマスターなら秘密の一つや二つ知られたところで怖くはないわ。 っていうか見なさいよリン。あいつら全然強くないわよ。軽く踊っただけであのありさまだもの。ならここで殺しちゃうのもありじゃない。生贄はもっと欲しいけど生意気な羊は邪魔なだけ。月の裏側から出ようとする者は何であれ始末する。それが私たちのルールでしょリン。
Really, run out. We were ready to run, but that plan got flipped on his head. After Lancer gives a proposal, Rintosuke suddenly accepts.
ほら、女王として命令していいのよ。まずはサーバントを潰して拷問室へ。次にそのマスターの手足をもいで迷宮の入り口に置いておく。それでそいつを助けに来る後者の生き残りたちを一人一人捕まえて殺していくの。なんて素敵。想像しただけで頭痛も消えるわ。これって放置プレイっていうのよね。
What the hell is Thorn thinking? Purposely leaving a defeated enemy alive and using him as life bait to make more victims.
そうね、それもあるね。この子放っておくといつの間にか逆転するタイプだし。捕まえた他のマスターたちみたいに私の足元にひざまずかせるのも悪くないわ。
No way, Rin. I can't believe this. I don't know what details how she came to be a queen, but still, even if ever she were to become my enemy, I never believed that her true self would change.
お任せ。それじゃあ弱っちいサーバントから私の槍でミートパイ風味に。でもそれじゃつまらない。ここまでレベルダウンした相手と戦っても張り合いがないでしょ。遠坂は常に気高く優雅たれ。とっくの昔に廃れているけどそれがうちの家訓なの。先に帰っていてランサー。こんな雑魚相手にする必要もないわ。本気？まあここはあなたの城だし、そういうことなら様子を見てあげる。
By Rin's command, Lancer left readily. She probably went back to her base. Plus, there's no doubt about it, Rin saved us in a roundabout way. For whatever reason, she rescued us out of this big pinch.
何その目。いいこと？私は弱い者いじめはしないって言っただけよ。別にあなたを気遣ったわけじゃないの。次も懲りずに忍び込んできたら、その時は本気で絞り取らせてもらうから。
Rin says coldly, turning her head away with a huh. But at that moment, an intense electric current ran through my left hand. As being drawn by Rin's chest, my left hand raises itself on its own.
何よ。いきなり悲しそうな目をしちゃって。だからその目やめてってば。私は女王様だって言ったでしょ。っていうか女王様って呼べ。わかる？こんなのは女王として当然の情けなんだってば。簡単にやっつけてもつまらないから特別に見逃してあげただけ。絶対に勘違いしないでよね。私はあなたのことなんて何とも思ってないんだから。わっちゃー。リンさん、さすがですね。
これは。
来てしまったな。
今のが何か？至って普通の騎士道精神に基づいた発言でしたが。
My left hand throbs with a thump. The technique Yara transferred to me rumbles. My elbows enter Rin's chest and I take sight of the thing rooted within her blood vessels. Ah, so then this is...
何この空気。見逃してあげたの私の方よね。なんであんたたちが哀れむような目をしてんの？どういうこと？いきなり胸が苦しい。 SG 判明しました。それがリンさんのシールドを破る秘密です。
I knew it. Once I decided I booked my feet kick off the ground, I dashed up like an arrow as if my body wasn't my own. And yes, I didn't dash towards Rin, I was simply pulled into her. Before I could even comprehend what happened, my left hand dissolved into Rin's wide open chest. Just a second. Within Rin's chest, within Rin's chest was one of her hidden personal preferences. It raced through the back of my mind like a flash of light.
何よ今の。
Rin's body starts to fade away. No way. Did I accidentally do a lethal damage with her, with that touch? But Rin was neither wounded or bleeding anywhere.
分身が保ってない。無敵のはずのエゴを消す秘策を持っていたなんて。さすがね、侮っていたわ。やっぱりあなたは私が女王になるための最大の障害ね。
One thing, even if you glare at me with a maximum resentment, I can't do much about it. Please don't go overestimating me whenever you feel like it.
でも、勝負はここからよ。この私はクォーターに過ぎないわ。これぐらい全然痛くないんだから。
It's the quarter of the whole. What on earth is Rin talking about?
クォーター。あ、もしかして迷宮に入ってからずっと計測されていた生命反応って。やっぱりそうです。あの生命反応は迷宮そのものから発生しているものですが、 ID はリンさんです。その数値から逆算すると、あのリンさんは本体から流出した意識の一部と思われます。容量的に迷宮のクォーターですから。
迷宮からミス遠坂の生命反応が。いえ、そもそも精神が流出し、それが独自に活動することなんて可能なのですか？
あなたたちには無理でしょうけど、ムーンセルの秘密を知った私には可能なのよ。いいこと？なんで負けたのかはよくわかんないけど、今回は負けてあげる。でも最後にこれだけは言っておくわ。ここで消えるのは私の都合だから、決してあんたのためじゃないんだからね。とにかく今のリンさんの反応はほぼ消えました。迷宮からの生命反応は依然としてありますから。また入手したデータによりリンさんの隠していた心が判明しました。 SG その1、この思考の名称はですね。
待って、それを知るのは彼女だけにしておきましょう。ミス遠坂の名誉のためです。まあ今回のは言わずとも分かりますが、教科書に載せたいほどの見事なテンプレでしたね。
まったくだ。聞いている者の体温すら上昇させるとは伝統芸能の域だったな。
無念です。私には皆さんの文化がちっとも分かりません。
ガウェインはそのままでいいんですよ。それよりさくら、今の SG というのは何の略称ですか？
シークレットガーデンの略称です。ムーンセルのライブラリに登録されていた名称ですので、今後は SG で統一しますね。またシールドの先に比較的安定した構造体を探知しました。そこに桜の木から直接移動できるショートカットを作成できそうです。
それは結構、今後の探索が楽になります。シールドの先に向かってください。その後一度祈祷を。今後の方針を決定しますので、 休息をして疲れを取った後、生徒会室で合流しましょう。
Indeed. Yep. You got the SG menu on.
お勤めの後は緑茶と羊羹オーバー。あとはなでなでしてくださいね、ご主人。
Let's get out of here. Hey Julius, how's it going? Your report can wait till after your rest. Leo left a message. Head back to my room and return in for the day. What, you want a warmer greeting from me? If you can speak that sort of nonsense, you're already used to this strange state of affairs. This must be more than enough for you. I just used the excess energy of yours to go back to your room and rest already. I'll put it in consideration. There we go. Fast travel unlocked. Let's go to my room. Hey, Caster. Now we're good. We waited for the Cyber Labyrinth and returned to my room. I tracked Rin's hidden SG and drove Rin back to but she vanished like a phantom. Looks like it took more energy than I expected to search for this unfamiliar labyrinth. The moment I laid down, a rapid sleep fell over me. Caster let out a long sigh too, as if breathing out the fatigue. Wait, could it be that Caster feels rather sad rather than tired? I was negligent. It appears I was overly optimistic despite knowing that I was a weakened state. Get that lizard girl have my master feel this such disgrace. My frustration is enough to make another tail pop out. I say this frankly, now I also feel frustrated. Being helpless against Lancer wasn't Caster's fault. It was because Hakuno Kinami as the master couldn't provide enough backup in the direction. I scolded myself because before I got my members back, I had to retrain my body. And there's also what Rin said. If I leave Hakuno Kinami, she'll turn the tables before I know it. I wonder about being overestimated, but turn her words into the truth. Caster and I need to gather more experience. Experience with what, my darling? Wait a moment. I will Miko make your futon now, Tamamo style. I quietly rise out of my seat and place my hand on the door. I'll sleep in the student council room tonight. Wrong. Oh, that's not what you meant. How about skills? Okay, I got it. I got it now. To tell you the truth, I was extremely elated about that as well, because the acquisition of skills means that it sickens. In sickness or in a pinch, we shall fight together, is it not? Yes, that's precisely the teamwork of a married couple. No matter how many times I repeat this, I personally feel happy. Wait, huh? Basically, it's not like being newlywed again. Could it be that they're the super winner? I never really understood what Caster says or does, but since we've never been married, won't you just be getting tricked? But anyways, this is good. Caster's looking lively again. Even if my memories are hazy, seeing her down hurts me. As a master, though it's imperative that I get my abilities back, bringing back my forgotten memories still also important. If my memories also my concealed heart, we should work things quickly to get the same shape as an SG, like with Rin. My darling has no SG, or how should I put it? Honestly, it's like even if you kept the secret, it would be obvious. What is it? I have no secrets. Since I can't even remember those secrets, it sounds pretty obvious. Then it's the same for Caster. You say Caster doesn't have any secrets either, right? Absolutely, that's what's correct. If I may, Caster has no falsehoods. I'm wholly devoted to serving my darling. I cannot do this at all. Please do not look upon me with such innocence. I do have some. I am a deity. I could foster one or two, well actually, 1,000 or 1,000,000 or so. However, I cannot readily divulge them. I do have pride as a woman. As long as you do not unleash your mighty hunk powers on me, I'm sorry, but I will never tell. If you do come to see my secrets, please do well and be well and thoroughly prepared. Even Caster's an SG. Really, it might be more correct that she had. I don't know how much about Caster my past self knew. I need to reconfigure them again throughout this battle. We cannot get... yeah. Same thing as the Saber and Archer. I got one. This is the first night since we have access in SG. There's no recall from installing the 5 meditations. I feel great. First thing is stop by student council room. I'll need advice as to what to do now. And that's gonna be it for now. Okay, that's gonna be it for now. That's the first SG for Rin. We get to know a bit more of a Caster. We got through all the exposition. So yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for more Fate Extra CCC. Ciao.